Welcome back student. Today we are going to start for learning the remaining part of lesson number 9, heat. Expansion and contraction of solid substances due to heat. Now apparatus, a small activity. Apparatus, a metal ring, a metal ball, a burner. Activity. Take a small ring and metal ball of size that ball just passes through the ring. Hit the ball and check whether it is passes through the ring. Now the ball cool down and check whether it passes through the ring. The above experiment tells us that metal expand on heating and contracts on cooling. Solid expand due to heat and come back to original state if heat is removed. However, the extent to which the different solid expand is different. Now see in the diagram. Previously, the metal ball is able to pass through the ring. But when metal ball is heated, after heating, what will happen? It doesn't pass through the same ring. But when it cool down, the amount of heat get lost and then the solid come back to their original state, and that's why it can be able to pass through it. When they will show the increase in size, solid when get the heat, they shows the expansion, and here when they lose the heat shows the contraction. Is that clear? Okay, now see here, why is there is a gap between joint of railway and of cement concrete bridges. Same example, these cement concrete bridges, when they will get the heat, what will happen? Expansion takes place where the joints are present. Understood? And in the railway tracks are made up from solid ions. You know that very well. And these substances, solid substances, as they get the heat, this gap get filled when they become hot during summer season. But when during the winter season they lose the heat, what will happen? They will come back to their original state. This expansion and contraction can be possible in the solid substances like in the liquid also. Now see the second activity or experiment. Expansion and contraction of liquid due to the heat. Now see in the diagram. Expansion and contraction of liquid. Arrangement. What we needed? 500 conical flasks, 2 hold rubber stopper, glass tube, measuring ruler, thermometer, stand, wire gauze, burner and graph paper. Fill the conical flask completely with the water. Insert the glass tube and thermometer in the 2 holes of the stopper. Stopper means where we close it, as you get to see in the diagram clearly. Now see what will happen. Start giving heat water with the help of burner, and here as soon as the water start to become hot, you have to record the level in the glass tube. After every 2 degrees Celsius rise in the temperature. Take about 10 readings. Observe what happen when the heat is stopped. After some time, stop the heat and observe the same flask where you place hollow glass tube and 1 thermometer. Here when you get to see this, water level changes as the temperature rises, but when the liquid is heated, the distance between its particle increases. So you will get to see the rise in the water level, but its volume to be increases. Therefore, understood? This is called expansion of liquid. But when its temperature fall down, when you stop giving heat, the water temperature start to be decreasing, along with its volume also be decreases. That's why you will get to see the liquid shows contraction. Is that clear to all? Okay. Now expansion and contraction of gases due to heat. Now what we had learned? We had learned expansion and contraction of liquids. We had learned about expansion and contraction of solid. Now effect of heat on the gaseous substances. Now see, glass bottle, balloon, hot water necessary for this procedure. Fix a balloon on the mouth of glass bottle. Here we need a glass bottle and fix a balloon at the mouth of the bottle. Hold the bottle in the hot water. What happens? The volume of gas increases on heating. When the water is warm, what will happen? Inside the bottle, the presence of air, it starts to become hot. And you know that hot air is lighter in the weight. That's why it starts to goes up. And this is called expansion of gas. On the other hand, on removing the heat, the volume of gas decreases. After some time, the water start to be cooled down, and that's why here you will get to say that inflated balloon start to be contract, and this is nothing but we can call contraction of gas. Expansion and contraction of gases due to heat. What we had learned? Effect of heat on solid, liquid and gases. Did you understand? Okay. Now, great scientist Sir James Dewar was a Scottish scientist. He made first a thermos flask in 1892. That is why it is called Dewar's flask. Even today, a Dewar flask is used for keeping a substance cold or hot. You will get to see the picture of Sir James Dewar. Okay. Now, we will see the detailed information of thermos flask. Dewar flasks. You might have seen the thermos flasks are mostly used for keeping tea, coffee, milk, hot or sharbat cold for the long time. What is the structure? How does it function? Now see in the detail its structure and function. This is a double wall flask. It is consist of two glasses tube, one inside another with the help of gap between them sealed. The surface of both tubes are made shiny by a silver coating. The air between two tubes is removed to create a vacuum. Here two double wall flasks which are made from glass tube and necessary to put one another, and inner side is made from silver coating. Air between these two double wall flasks is removed. That's why it is created a vacuum. There is a protective jar of metal surrounding it, necessary being a glass tube. Necessary have the protection. That's why jar of metal or plastic outside the tube. Is that clear? For the protection of flask, piece of sponge or rubber are fixed between the jar and the flask. If you want to carry here and there, it should be not get any kind of damage or break the glass tube. For this prevention, the pieces of sponge or rubber are fixed in the outer jar and the flask. Now, what is the in this way its structure? Now, see the function of thermos flask. When a hot substance is placed in the thermos flask, you can see the figure thermos flask. When a hot substance is placed in the thermos flask, the heat is going outside, reflected due to the shining surface of inner tube. Inner surface is made up from silver, what I told, coating. And this, hence what will happen? Heat is not radiated. Neither conduction or not convection of the heat occur because of vacuum is in between these glass tubes and the what? Metal jar. As a result, heat is not transferred to the outer cooler region and returned inside for the long time. Here, still a little heat is lost from around the lid, but that is why a small amount of conduction through the glass. Understood? Some amount, very less amount of heat get out due to the conduction of the glass, and therefore hot substances does not remain as a hot after 2 or 3 hours. Is that clear? Is that clear to you? after 2 or 3 hours. Hot substances are not remain hot for the after 2 or 3 hours. In this way, one can use the thermos flask for our daily use. Now find out what is meant by thermoware. Thermoware container keep the food hot. This container consists of two boxes fitted one inside the other. The outer box is made up of plastic while the inner one is made up of shiny metal. There is air between two boxes. Air is a bad conductor of heat. Thus, heat does not lose either conduction or convection. Also, the shiny inner surface prevents the heat loss due to radiation. The container has a plastic lid. This is also prevent any transfer of heat. Is that clear? And one more question is, use your brain power. Why the mercury or alcohol used in the thermometer? Mercury is used in the thermometer because there is a big differences between freezing point and boiling point of mercury. Its freezing point is minus 39 degrees Celsius as well as its boiling point is 357 degrees Celsius. So it's shiny and can be seen easily. It doesn't stick to glass. It expands regularly and uniformly in all conditions. And what about alcohol? Mostly in a cooler area where mostly you will get to see throughout the year ice is there. In such places alcohol is used because its freezing point is very less, minus 115 degrees Celsius. Is that clear to all? Okay. Now this lesson gets over. If you have any difficulty, you can call me.